Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's probably Sharon. Today I'm just having a play, making some background papers for my junk journals, and I thought I'd bring you along. So we're going to make these. Stay tuned. They're really awesome. Okay, I'll start off by showing you kind of what I'm using today. I've got a couple different matte photo papers. So this one is 48 pound, 180G. I've had really good luck with it. It's double-sided, so that's really nice. You don't have to figure out which side is the good side. Then I've got, this one is the same, double-sided, but it is a little bit thinner. This one is 32 pound or 120G. And of course, I'm using lots of distress oxides and some sprays. I might use more than this. I might not use them all, but as we're using them, I will, of course, show you what colors I'm using. And then I've got this brand new pack of stencils, and I've had a pack of stencils. I had like 12 different ones, the big ones like this. And, well, I just thought I wanted to try some new stencils. So we're going to use this pack. I guess kind of give a review as I go. So far they feel pretty good, pretty sturdy. Now we got to decide which one we want to start with. Let's take a look at them all. And I put on my gloves ahead of time because I knew once I got started I might forget to put them on. So I'm like, I'm just going to put them on right from the start because I don't want inky fingers today. All right, so that's a real pretty one. Bunch of dots, that's kind of cool. Some kind of abstract squares. Looks like target symbols. That one's kind of cool. That one's nice. Nice pattern. That would be good for junk journals. That one's cool too. I don't know if you can see these because you're looking at them right on top of the others. So let me move that a little. Okay, that one's pretty awesome. This has a good variety. I like it. That one's a good one. Really good for like a antique-ish pattern. That one's kind of cool. Like that too. That would be cool for like a Alice in Wonderland. This one has kind of strips of different designs. That's neat. Diamonds. I love the diamonds. And then this one here. That's kind of cool too. So with this kind of technique, I guess you could call it, I'd want to find some that don't have a lot of space that's covered. It has more, kind of like this one. Let's start with this one. I'm putting down a little bit of this so that you can't see my reflection. On my other videos where I've used this craft mat, you guys, can see my reflection, and I look terrible today, so I don't want you to see what I look like. So, all right, let's get back to it. So I'm using the thicker, the 48 pound, and what I want to do first is wet it with a spray bottle. Just a little, and then I'm going to turn it around. See how it's wanting to curl? So I need to wet the other side as well. And I'm also going to use a little bit of coffee. I just have mixed up in this little sprayer. I'm going to spray some of that on. That'll just help break up any white that might be left behind afterwards. All right. Let's get our stencil and just lay it right down on the paper. And then let's choose a color. Let's start with Rusty Hinge Oxide spray. Of course, you have to shake these up really well because they settle. And hopefully this isn't dried up because I haven't used it for a while. I mean the nozzle. Oh, good. So I'm just going to put a little bit there. Then let's try, what should we go with? Let's use the spray stain brushed corduroy. This one's brand new, so it'll take me a second. And these colors that I'm using, I will try to find a link for them on Amazon. But I will also put the link for Ranger because they have all the colors. But I always order from Amazon if I can find it there because I get it faster. And with, you don't have to pay for shipping if you have Prime. So it ends up, it's kind of a wash as far as cost, but I get it faster. But if I'm ordering a whole bunch of stuff or stuff I can't find on Amazon, of course I go to Ranger. It just takes a little longer to get it. But I will put those links below. So we have brown and orange. Let's do brushed corduroy oxide. And this is the re-inker. And we're just going to put it on the stencil, not in between, just little bits here and there. Okay, let's see, what else do we want to try? Maybe we could stop there. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more water. I'm trying to get those little blobs of re-inker that I put down. Just try to kind of spray those so they're not just concentrated all in one spot. This way it'll kind of spread it out. Now I'm just kind of spritzing the whole thing. And we're going to get a paper. I'm going to use the thinner, what was it, 32 pound? And I'm going to place that right on top. And then just carefully just try to smooth over that so it picks up the ink. The photo paper the colors are just so much more vibrant than if you use just, computer printer paper. I mean, there's quite a difference. Oh, wow. Look at that. This is going to be really good for like a fall journal. Look at those spots, the re-inker I put on there. See how it is oxidizing? That looks really awesome. I'm going to set this one aside. And I'm actually going to do a second one. I'm leaving that paper down, and I'm going to do a second one right over the top. So let's try some, we'll use similar colors. Rusty Hinge. Let's try Scattered Straw, Oxide. I'm kind of in the fall vibe right now, so I'm hoping to get some papers that I can use in autumn journal or fall journal. Let's do the brushed corduroy again. This is just the stain. Oh, I need a little something there. Okay, then we're back to the spray bottle. All right, and again, I'm going to use the 32 pound photo paper. Put that right down on top. Oh, beautiful. Yep, that's going to be perfect for a fall or autumn. Really love it. Really love it. Okay, now this paper that I've left here for 2 as I'm dyeing two different papers. I'm going to take this off now. I left the bottom paper before for like, you know, 3 or 4 times. And it seems like, oh, actually, before I do that, I want to soak up some of this. And I am going to just use copy paper this time. Just to soak up the remainder. And these like blotter papers you can use for pages in your journal or make tags out of them. You know, they always have interesting patterns on them. So you can use these in your junk journals as well. Just kind of maybe for bits of, rip them into bits for collages or whatever. Kind of depends on how it looks. But, I mean, see, that's really pretty. You could make some tags or something out of that. See, it's just not as vibrant as the photo paper. Let me actually get a side-by-side. Let me grab one of the ones we just did. Okay, so this is the one on the photo paper. A lot more vibrant than this one. So that's why I just love the photo paper, because the results are just amazing. Okay, now we're going to pick this one up. And the bottom one is always my favorite. Always my favorite. I mean, look at that. Look how cool that is, guys. I mean, holy cow. That is beautiful. All right, let me clean up this. I'm going to blot some of this up too, and I will come back and we'll do another one. Maybe you want to see me blot this up. I'm using the same paper. I'm just going to try to soak up some of that extra ink around the edges, because you might as well use it instead of just soaking it up into a towel and it's gone forever. You know, I was always hesitant to use these inks because I felt like they were so expensive. But really, I've been using some of these bottles for months, and I don't even have one that's halfway gone yet. So even though it's just a little drop here, little drop there, they really last a long time. So don't be afraid. Don't feel like it's too expensive, because those bottles will last you forever, I swear. Okay, again, so I'm going to wet the paper. I'm using the thicker one, again, 48 pound. Yes, 48. I keep having to look at the package. All right, and then both sides. And again, I'm going to put a little bit of coffee. A lot of bit of coffee. And I'm going to use this stencil. Ooh, I love it. Place it down. All right, let's go for, okay, I do want to explain something. The reason I'm not using the pads, because, okay, so the pads, if you imagine at this point you're ready to put the color down, you don't want to put your pad down where you have wet paper or wet anything, because it's going to contaminate your pad. So that's why I'm using the spray bottles and the re-inker bottles. So I just wanted to clear that up. I don't want anybody to grab their pads and put it into water and ruin it. So just a quick explanation there. All right, I want to try some green. This is Rustic Wilderness Oxide. Put a little green in here. So again, I'm just putting it on the stencil, not in between. Let's do old paper, spray stain. And it's dripping. This is going to be pretty, I can tell already. I want to try to use some vintage photo. No, let's do Rusty Hinge. I'll try to clip the shaking out so it's not so noisy. Okay, so we have 3 colors. I'm thinking I might want a little bit of brown. Maybe brushed corduroy. This is stain. All right, now I'm getting the spray bottle, kind of spritzing it around. You can see here, there's just not much right there, but when we get to the end, hopefully that bottom paper will look amazing like the last one did. Okay, getting the thinner paper, the 32 pound. And you can use the thicker one. That's just what I happen to choose. So, oh wow, super beautiful. This is also going to be great for autumn, I think. Perfect for an autumn journal. All right, let's do another one. Let's do some scattered straw. I'm kind of trying to put it where there wasn't much color before. I'm just trying to think how that bottom page is going to look. Let's actually use some vintage photo. This is my favorite. And like I was telling you, I've used this forever. And it's, well, you can't tell. Well, maybe you can see that little line. That's where it was. It's only half gone, and I've used this thing for months for so many things. Okay, we'll just dab some around. Woohoo! Do tea dye spray stain. All right, now with the water. Getting a little river over here. Oh, need a little more there. Okay, time to soak it up. Oh, I kind of wiggled. I hope that didn't mess it up. Oh, wow. This one didn't get covered as well as I thought it would, but that's okay. We can still use this. I can still use that for a page in a journal. Put a pocket or two on there and it's fine. Cut it up for tags. Okay, this is just copy paper. I'm going to use to blot this extra liquid up. Oh, looks really nice. Let's take a look at this bottom one. It's going to be gorgeous. I can tell already. Oh, wow. Look at that. And get hold of it. Oh, wow. Look at how gorgeous that is. Yeah, the bottom ones are definitely my favorite. The bottom papers. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, I've already wetted this and stuck it down. We've already seen that, so didn't think you wanted to see it again. We'll save you a little time today. All right, we're going to try this one with, let's do, yeah, vintage photo spray. Just this is the stain, not the oxide. And rusty hinge. This is the Oxide. The sprayer's a little wonky. It's spraying off to the sides. All right, and then a little bit of scattered straw Oxide. And let's try some brushed corduroy Oxide spray. Hopefully the nozzle's not dried up. All right, spritz with water. Try to move that concentrated Oxide around. Let's see what we get, guys. Oh, look at that. That is really cool. Yay. So cool. I'm excited to start a fall journal now. All right, so let's go in again. This time I want to put a little bit of the green Rustic Wilderness Oxide. Let's do a little more scattered straw again. The brushed corduroy Oxide. And I think I want a little bit of brown. Let's do the vintage photo spray stain. Some little specks. In our water. Can you see why I spend hours when I start doing this? I can just play and play as long as I don't run out of paper. Hey, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Another beautiful paper. So cool. Really loving the green. Okay, let's see what we got here. There's actually some, I can see it pooling up there. I want to soak that up. Sorry for my voice. Got a frog in my throat. Might as well just try to soak that up so when I pick up the stencil, it doesn't drip all over. This is just the regular paper. This isn't the... It's actually pretty cool looking. I didn't think I had that much. I guess it's soaking up what's between the stencil there. All right, let's see what we got. You can get a corner to lift up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Look at how beautiful that is. So grungy and yummy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I am so excited to start a fall journal. I am going to start one today. I am going to start one today. I have to. I have to with all this pretty paper. All right, I'm going to the weird dotted one this time. I've already done the water and stuck this down, so it's already wet. It looks like we have a little ripple in there. That might just add extra interest. Okay, what colors are we going to do now? Let's do... Oh, I kind of want to do some Salvage Patina. I know it's not fall-ish, but it'll be pretty no matter what. I'm telling you, I don't think you can go wrong with this. May not be a fall paper, but we'll see. Always save it for a rainy day. And let's try frayed burlap oxide. Kind of turns a grayish color when it gets wet. It's kind of cool. Let's try the tea dye spray stain. I think we need one more. Still got some blank spaces. Fresh corduroy spray stain. Okay, water. All right, let's see what we got. And that one scooted a little again. I don't think the last one messed up too bad, the one I scooted by accident. I had my little granddaughters here night before last, and then we went swimming yesterday. They're 3 and 4, and we had the best time. Oh my, that's beautiful. That's really cool. I mean, come on, that is so cool. Wow. And see, if you don't like the white so much, you can do stamping and stuff after this is dry. Do some stamping on it. Get one of the little brushes and brush some more coloring on there. I mean, you don't have to leave it white. There's other things you can do to kind of break up that white, but it's so cool. All right, what are we going to do on the next one? I want to do a little more Salvage Patina because, I mean, kind of try to stick to somewhat the same colors. And let's do Vintage Photo, my favorite. Someday this bottle will be empty, but not anytime soon. It's hanging in there. It's like it reproduces itself or something. I don't know. Okay, and then let's do a little Rustic Wilderness Oxide. We have lots of dots on here so far, don't we? We have to get some sprays. Right, let's do brush corduroy. This is the spray stain. And the water. All right.
scoot it again. It doesn't matter though.
Wow. Beautiful. The dots are a lot smaller. Maybe it's because I scooted it. Really cool. I love it. Really cool. Okay, let me just get a regular paper to blot some of this. I can still see there's liquid on top, so keep ourselves from making a mess. That's cool too, guys. Come on, look at that. Pretty cool. I can do things with that. All right, let me clean this up. Pick this up. Sorry, not clean this up. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one I like the best. So far, we've done some really cool ones. And see what I mean? The bottom paper is always the best one. That is really cool. Awesome sauce. Okay, I'm a little nervous about this one because it's so thin. But let's just see together how it turns out. I mean, this is a new stencil for me, so let's just see how it goes. Shabby shutters. This is going to be hard to put it on these tiny little pieces. Whew, I don't know if it's possible. Oh, no, I don't know. Goodness, I'm not really a junk journal. I just play one on YouTube, obviously. Look at my mess. Okay, let's just do some sprays. Let's do, I want vintage photo, I think. Yeah, vintage photo spray stain. Rusty Hinge Oxide. I want some green, but I don't have really a green spray. Let's just do the brush corduroy. This is the Oxide. Okay, let's see how this goes with this thin stencil. Spray it with some water. Wow, it's beautiful, but there's a lot of white. There's a lot of white. It is pretty though. I think maybe I can coffee dye this, and yeah, I'm not big on having a lot of white, but this is really pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some more sprays because obviously it's so thin, it's hard to use the reinkers. So let's just do some more sprays. Let's do some tea dye. Vintage photo spray stain. Now let's do a little brush corduroy. And a little water. I think the back paper is going to be awesome, but we'll see. This one might have a lot more white again. Maybe if I push down, try to get in between the little parts of the stencil, soak up some of that other ink. Maybe we won't get so much white. I'm going to push it down, try to get in between those a little bit. See what happens. This one's a learning thing, I think. Ooh, that worked actually. Really cool. We don't have so much white. I really like that. It's beautiful. Well done. See, we just need to practice and try new things, and we find really cool stuff. Okay, let me soak up a little more of this stuff.
This is, again, just regular computer paper, printer paper.
Well, that's a cool design. Can use that for something, I'm sure. All right, now let's look at the best one. This is always the best one. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love this. Pick it up. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Oh, I really love that. Really love it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, let me soak up some more of this. I think I'm going to actually soak it up with this one that was a lot of white on it. So let's see what happens. Well, we're adding a little color to it, so that's good. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's working. Cover up some of that white. Okay. Okay, it's working. Mm-hmm. Yep, I like that. That helped us. That helped a lot. All right, let's try this one. This was kind of the opposite from the last one because this has big sections. We'll see how it turns out. I am starting right in with the Rustic Wilderness. Scattered Straw. Let's try some Shabby Shutters. And we'll do some Oxide Rusty Hinge. And Vintage Photo Spray Stain. Okay, and then our water. Oh, wow. I mean, it's like you can subtly see the different diamonds. You know what I mean? That's really cool. I like that pattern. Okay, let's do Rusty Hinge Spray. And, oops. Let's do Frayed Burlap. There's still a little bit of ink. Let's do the vintage photo. Where is it? My favorite. Okay, and then we'll get our water. Oh, wow. Yep, perfect for fall. Really love it. Oh, that spot right there is awesome. Is that the frayed burlap, I think? Oh, I love it. Let's soak up some of this extra. And some of that stuff that's trying to run off the table. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is gorgeous. I love how it's like trying to sneak underneath the stencil. Do you see that? It was trying to sneak underneath there. Look how cool that looks. And it looks like there's little, like maybe little ripples in the paper, or for some reason it was lifted and it made little like rivers underneath. That looks so cool. Really cool. I don't know if it will pick up any of this ink because it's already so saturated. Let's see. Yeah. See, let's hide a little bit of the white if that's your thing. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I've used, I don't know, how many have we done? Like five or six? And then I'm going to stop there. So let's just recap. Okay, so here's the last one we did. Again. And I've just gathered up all the back papers because, like I said, those are my favorite. And I forgot how awesome they were until I started going back through them again. And I'm like excited all over again. So pretty. So awesome. And I guarantee you I will be working on a fall journal before I go to bed tonight. Look how cool. I'm really happy with the stencils. So I guess that's my review. Really happy with them. I'll put the link for them below. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And here's the first one we did, guys. How amazing is that? So yeah, stay, keep watching my channel. I'm sure I'll be making some stuff with these, or you're going to see them made into tags or book pages or journaling pages or whatever. So thank you for staying until the end. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.